Alright everyone, I am getting ready. Ooh, child, baby. Ooh. I'm filming and the policeman is right behind me. Let's not talk about all the reasons I should be pulled over, but let's talk about all the reasons that I should be a filmmaker. Okay! Let's get into it. Let's put on my seatbelt though, because that's the one thing that I can do that won't jeopardize me. So I just got off of work, and for the first time ever, across from my fucking job, I saw a film set. I often see film sets in like Nyack because it's a really beautiful area. I've never seen them in Nanuet, especially the Nanuet Diner, because the diner is actually really trash. Shout out to whoever saw the venue and booked it, because that'll definitely give them the revenue that they need to stay afloat, because they're not making revenue from the food. I hope the people who are there don't eat the food. It's film, so maybe they don't eat food at all. Anyway, for me, it's like beautiful to see an actual film set, especially outside. I think building sets is really cool. I think set production, set design is like a fucking skill. But I think it's also really amazing to like use already built things like diners, like historical monuments, like the cities that we live in, like, you know, streets, and really beautify it into something. I went there and I asked, you know, two people. I was like, hey, are y'all filming? And they're like, yeah. It surprises me how unenthusiastic some people are. Like, bro, fucking smile. Like, you're doing work that some people can only dream of doing and won't ever get the chance to. But I guess not everyone sees like that. And some people honestly just live miserable lives. But that's none of my business. I'm just saying that, like, I think it's really awesome to like see things like that, because it reminds me that I'm so close. Like, I don't think I really saw things like that until I started intentionally moving with the prerogative of being in that industry of like making films, of telling stories. I never really saw film sets being just, you know, being film sets. Now I'm in a space where that's all that I see, and that's all I will be seeing. So it just feels really reaffirming to leave work and see that. While we're just talking, as I go to Target to return some lotion, I was talking to a coworker today, and if she watches this, she'll know who she is, and how I just feel like now is the best time for me to be doing this thing that I'm doing. You know, I'm 22, about to be 23 by the time I start film school, and one of my worries was that like I am going to be taking curriculum with some people who are like freshmen, and it kind of nerve-wracked me a little bit. To be completely honest, I wasn't nerve-wracked that I would be in classes with kids that were younger than me. I was kind of scared that even though that they were younger than me, they would have had more exposure to things like movies and film and how to work a camera than me. The school that I'm going to is predominantly white, and a lot of kids have picked up cameras when they were 5 or 6 or when they were teens, and I didn't really pick up a camera up until I was in my late teens of 19 or 20. So I was kind of scared about that. But then I was just like, yo, everything that I've been through, everything that I've experienced, all of my experience with work, with Apple, with just life, has made me prepared for the moment that I'm walking into right now. Like, I can't imagine going to film school at any other point in time. I can't imagine going to film school not having the communication skills that I do, not understanding what it looks like to give and receive feedback, what that really means and entails. I can't imagine not understanding myself as much as I do. Oh, am I covering the camera? I understand myself so much more than I ever have, and my life experiences has played a big part into that, of uncovering who I am and trusting in me and what I have to offer, and knowing that like my impact is felt everywhere I go, and just trusting in that. And now I'm walking into this other stage of my life, and it's like everything that I went through has prepared me for this moment. All right, back to the story of my friend. And we were talking, she broke out crying. She was explaining to me that like when she was 22, she wasn't in a space where she felt, am I recording still? All right, cool, because sometimes I be doing that. She wasn't in a space where she felt like she should follow her dreams, because of the people around her who told her that it wasn't practical, that told her that it wasn't attainable. But I also kind of feel like there was like a little bit of like remorse, because seeing someone else totally go for it can just be like, dang, I wish I totally went for it at the time that I wanted to. In other words, seeing someone live their dreams when you've told yourself all the reasons as to why you can't can be really hurtful to yourself. We talked about it, and I feel like, again, everything that we go through is preparing us for everything that we're becoming. So I'm just like, yo, bro, you know, we talked about her continuing to follow her passions, her going through all that she's been through to build her character into what it is now, and just like living that truth that you know. Spirit continues to show me that when I live in my truth, when I live in my authenticity, when I live in my purpose, everybody around me benefits. 2 people this week have just like, you know, I'm telling them about me going to film school, and they're talking about how I've inspired them, how I'm on their mind, how I've impacted them. And for me, that's just like insane, because like, yo, bro, it took me a year and some change to really make the decision to do this. It took me it took me crying, it took me doubting myself, it took me going back to accounting. The moment I started YouTube, shit started going left. The moment I decided to act and pursue film, shit started going left. Like, life was really throwing shit at me, bro. But to me now, there's no other thought that encapsulates my mind other than like creating the stories that I want to share and learning how to do that. I guess to everyone who's listening to this, follow your truth, bro. Live your life, bro, selfishly. I say selfishly in the sense of just like, don't disregard all the people who have helped you get to the point where you are. Don't disregard, you know, all the support system that you have and the people who love you and care for you and are uplifting you. But live selfishly, where it's just like you prioritize your happiness, you prioritize feeling good, you prioritize living your truth above all else, no matter if that makes someone else feel some type of way. I live unapologetically, no matter who might be offended by that. I'm gonna be myself, and that if that offends you, if that intimidates you, if that makes you feel some type of way because I'm being me, babe, then feel a type of way. God made me who I am for a reason, and I'm happy to be who I am. I'm happy that I am God's chosen child to live this life, bro, to live the life that I live. Like, I can't wait for me to grow up and grow into myself even more so, and just uncover all the things about myself and to help other people do the same. I can't wait to give people jobs. I can't wait to create art that really radically changes or pushes people to think differently, to live differently, to love differently, to care differently, to communicate differently, because we're all in this together at the end of the day. It's all community, it's all unity, so it's gonna be beautiful. Yesterday was shockingly surprising, shockingly, when I left work and I saw a film set right outside of my job. And it's a beautiful thing that this morning they're still there, right? Alright, everyone, so good morning. I'm headed to the gym right now. Let me put my seatbelt, because if not, the ding 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 will surely come back. There it is. These iPhone videos really just like, they just hit, man. Like, iPhone 14 Pro Max, like, bro, Tim Cook knew what he was doing. Oh, rest in peace, Steve. Rest in. You know what?